Only 0.93% of people watching this video all the way through will fully understand what I'm saying. This is because the journey has already started and we are building on what we've learned from my previous videos. Wait, what's happening?
Just hanging loose on the boulevard.
Wait a minute, you're blocking the view for my peeps.
No way. On what channel?
Arachichi, brought to you by the one and only Raito.
Oopsie, better run to my app and hit that subscribe button.
That's the spirit. By the way, Voynichados, I hope you are doing well. Now on to roots and tokens. If the JP system is indeed a viable representation of how the language of the Voynich manuscript should sound, our task is to uncover its roots and tokens, one by one. But where do we start? My approach was to focus on word endings. I selected the last two syllables of words that had at least two syllables and deemed them a word ending. The roots and tokens we're searching for should have a higher likelihood of combination compared to a random selection of consonants. We will refer to a root consisting of 3 letters, 2 consonants and 1 vowel, as C1 v C2. This forms the basis of our 2 syllables. The final vowel will be designated as Y. Thus, we studied the shapes C1 v C2Y, exploring many combinations in an effort to reduce entropy. In simpler terms, we are trying to identify the roots and tokens within the language by suggesting that if C1 and C2 are not part of the root C1 v C2, they should not occur frequently, but if they are part of the root C1 v C2, they should appear consistently as they would be present in various words. Following an exhaustive examination of every conceivable combination of C1 v C2, and a reduction of the roots to the simplistic yet profound shape of C1 C2, where the vowel is implicit, I present to you the graph. At first glance, the graph may seem intimidating, but hold on tight. The nodes in the graph are displayed as rectangles. The arrows represent the relationship between C1 and C2, with circular labels showing the vowels that appear in that relationship. The rounded rectangles indicate the frequency of occurrence, with the color scheme ranging from most common, in green, to most rare, in red. The combination TC2 or DC2, with C2 being M, has 3 labels. One for T, orange to the left, one for D, orange to the right, and one for both, yellow. And now, for something truly unique. When you see a circle attached to a rounded rectangle, it means that C1 and C2 are the same. The circle displays the most common vowels between them and the frequency of the relationship is shown in the squared rectangle. So, read carefully and you will see 208 rar, 367 mem. And that, Voynichados, are statistics applied to all of the manuscript with the transliteration that I did based on the first study group digitization. And now, you may be wondering, why are these circles, symbolizing the vowels between C1 and C2, colored? The reason is simple. I wanted to bring to life the digitization of the first page, folio F1R, by incorporating color into the mix. When our knowledge is limited, it's always best to start with our senses. That's why I present to you, my dear Voynichados, a vibrant pronunciation of the first page, folio F1R, in a stunning video format, so that you can hear the language come to life for yourself. Voynichados, are you ready for the next step on our journey? I hope so, because understanding this lecture is key to unlocking the mysteries of the Voynich manuscript. Now, I know I may be asking a lot of you, but I need you to invest in this journey with me. By regularly listening to the pronunciation of the first page, folio F1R, you will put yourself in a position to fully comprehend the future lectures. As we delve deeper into the secrets of this ancient text, it is essential that we build upon the knowledge from previous videos. So, I implore you, absorb each video with care and attention. Only then can you truly gain entry into my community of seekers. Ladies and gentlemen, gather round, for I have a mind-bending announcement to make. This video, my dear friends, is not just another video. It is a stepping stone in our knowledge, a portal to the man and the manuscript. I am here to challenge your assumptions and correct them along the way. My work on my blog has shown that the power of ChatGPT is beyond measure. I have proven that I can define, excuse the term, a powerful operator in the psyche of ChatGPT. An operator that acts upon a word and an inflection, and creates the most natural outcome. For instance, when I command, teach, small c, suffix the result is, teacher. And when I command teach, small c, suffix ed, the result is taught, not teached. This is the power of ChatGPT, and this is what I will be demonstrating in this video. According to my statistical analysis, I was able to find that some roots exhibit relationships of similarity in relation with the last vowel that appears at the end of the word. So I put those data into the mind of ChatGPT and asked it to give examples for roots that behave in a certain way with regards to potential values for the last vowel. So, with as little as a definition of an operator, semantic relationships of the kind B is to A as G is to E, etc. We can get examples of possible meanings for 4 roots, based on the complete digitized part of the manuscript. Here are the similarities addressed earlier. As you can see, the arrows in green show that the statistical data are similar from one end to the other, while the arrows in red show another class of similarity. Suffice to note that each relationship was decided by calculating the cosine similarity function for vectors that represent statistical data on the subject. So, all in all, we obtain meanings for Sam, Nam, Nair, and Ram. Please note that each root has been given multiple possible meanings and that these meanings imply a theme that is common. For example, to Sam were attributed the verb read and wait. Read a book and wait a minute are very special in that both are transitive verbs for which time can be either long or short, and there is no action that applies too many modifications on the direct object of those verbs. If you read a book, the book still contains the same words, the same sheets, the same cover. If you wait a minute, time still has the past, the present, and the future. The book that is read is not altered, the time that is spent is not altered. Rather, in each case, the actions of reading or waiting affects the subject way much more than it affects the object. For Nair, the associated verbs that ChatGPT came up with are start and run. In both cases, they imply a sense of continuity after a very precise moment in time. Starting a project, or running a kilometer, will certainly have an impact on your energy levels right from the moment you start indulging into them. For the root, nam, the verbs that ChatGPT associated are to light, to create, and to move. In these cases, it is clear that the implied meaning is a modification of the object of the verb from one less desired state to a more appropriate state, given the context and the incentives that push the subject to act. For the root, ram, ChatGPT suggested the verbs to teach, to play, to help, to bring. There is a common sense of keeping company to something or someone, or providing promiscuity with the object of the verb. I teach you when I hold you tight into the knowledge that I have. I play a song when I hold tight the melody, so much so that it sprouts out of me like this lecture. I help someone when I hold tight his problems within me, to the point that I provide solutions. And when I bring something, I help that thing acquire movement and deliver it from the shackles of the inanimate. What? Again?
Sup, it's me again.
And what's the buzz this time?
I'm having a bit of a subscription dilemma. I think I subscribed too early in your channel's lifespan and now I'm not sure if I should stay subscribed.
You're selling yourself short. Don't you know you can always drop by my website and chat with yours sincerely?
How do I do that?
Easy peasy. Just head on over to any page of the site, and look for the snazzy gray widget at the bottom right corner. And if you don't want to be a mystery, make sure to register on the site so I can remember who you are.
Alrighty.
And, are you ready to give a boost to my work? I know it's a bit premature, but these videos are here to stay until I give my channel a makeover at the next big milestone of my research journey. When it comes to the vowels, A, E, I, O, U, these are not randomly built. They form a sequence that builds up from one or no basic I stroke to more strokes, as we showed in our video about our transliteration system. So, one can see them as vectors in a space of meanings, or a logical sequence that ChatGPT could reason on. The AI has been trained with this information and it assigned the following meanings. A was not attributed. E was given the past inflection ed. I was given the gerund inflection ing. O was given the change-inducing inflection n. And U was given the participle function inflection With this in mind, we're ready to explore further. Let me share something rather off about myself. I want to be honest and explain why the AI seems to have the advantage in this race for meaning. I've tried multiple times to explain the task to ChatGPT, but it often failed. However, I think the failure was mine, as my prompts were not well crafted. When I finally got ChatGPT to understand what I was looking for, I limited its degrees of freedom to get more precise solutions. I discovered that ChatGPT seems to use a heuristic approach to simplify its problem-solving methods. This made me wonder if people do the same. Many phobias are based on quick, inadequate responses to stimuli. So in that sense, ChatGPT is similar to us.